Have you ever had a dream? Did you dream something so much that you really badly wanted to have it and achieve it in your life? I have been dreaming since I was a teenager. Always writing things down and learning. You know, you got to have a goal, and it has to be a short-term goal to 1 year, then an immediate, intermediate, 5 years, and then long-term 15. And I even had 50 years goals type of thing. And I learned since then that often those goals change. As time comes on and new information comes in, new experiences, new knowledge, new things we learn, we transform those goals, and that's okay. There is something in the scriptures that we can learn about dreams and goals. There's a beautiful song by the Martins which says, "Dream big, dream big." God wants us to dream big dreams. He's a big God, and He answers prayers, and He has enabled us and endowed us with greatness, each one of us. You, me, all of us. All of us have the same opportunity to achieve big in our lives, but we got to dream big. Look what it says here in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 3a. "For a dream comes with much business." And then I will read chapter 9, verse 10. "Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might, for there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol to which you are going." For a dream comes with much business. No, dreams are very important in our lives. We are not only the total sum of our life experiences, but also the total accumulation of all the dreams and expectations of the future that we have within our hearts. Who we are today is determined not only by our past, but our future expectations and dreams. So it's so important to have dreams. Dreams to have a better marriage, dreams to have a better family, dreams to have a better life economically, emotionally, dreams to have a better health, dreams to establish a business, to establish a career, dreams of making a difference in other people's lives, dreams of whatever. But it says here that those dreams come, or they can be attained, or can be caused to come in. They can be brought to pass with much business. In other words, with much work. Dreams don't just happen. It's not like a lottery. You go and hope that maybe you'll become a millionaire overnight. That is actually a bad idea to do it. Because if you don't accumulate millions little by little, you will not be able to protect it and preserve it and grow it later on. Majority of those who have won a lottery have lost it within just a few short months or years. So it is labor. It is constant work. It takes effort to come to the conclusion of a dream, to reach the goal of whatever goal we have. And if we fail, we don't stop. We keep doing it again. And if we fail again, we keep doing it again. But this time, we change that which we have been doing. We can't be doing the same thing over and over again and expect to get a positive result. If we are getting negative results the first time, we'll get them the second time. Actually, Albert Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if you want a different result, if the results that you are reaping in your life are not to your liking, then change what you are doing. Change what you are saying. Change what you are planning. Change the course of action. Because if you continue doing the same thing and you don't like the result, you'll continue getting those negative results. That's why it is so important to realize that it takes a lot of business, different jobs, different tasks. I remember I liked writing books, and God has blessed me to become an author and even published and even winning awards here in Canada. And it has been a blessing that others have acknowledged the value of it, and it is a blessing for children, for families, for finances, for marriages. All of those books that God enabled me to write, I had difficulties writing them. I can type with 10 fingers on a typewriter, on a computer, and I'm fast. And I spent quite a bit of time with it, but I cannot write a book that way. I tried, and then after a while, I didn't know, should I think of typing or should I think of what I'm to write? So I would abandon it. It took quite a while until I learned that there are IC recorders where you can actually speak into the little machine. You buy it in a store for $100, $200, and you speak into it, whatever thoughts come, whatever ideas come, and I would speak into it and then give it either to my children or my secretary to transcribe it. And then after a while we'll compose themes, clusters of themes around what I was speaking there on that subject. Whenever a thought would come, we'll just take that and speak, whether it is at night, in the evening, in the morning, during the day. I would have that with me, and then I'll just record. And that will be transcribed, and then once it is printed on paper, I can organize it and then create some clusters of themes and then a final book. And that way I was able, as I said, to publish some books that won even awards here in Canada. So do whatever it takes. Change whatever thing you need to do. You know, Jeremiah Kincaid, there's a beautiful movie called Dare to Dream. Very inspirational movie. Both our family and our children watched it, and I would encourage you, if you haven't done it, so do it. Jeremiah Kincaid was there, and he said, you know, it's what you do with what you've got that makes the difference. In other words, you and I have everything given to us by God to succeed. Whatever you and I need, it's already within us. We just have to employ those gifts, those abilities, take the time, put the effort, do the job, one time at a time, on and on, until we reach the result. And we will get it. Eventually we'll get it. Look what it says here in Ecclesiastes 9:10. It says here, whatever your hand finds to do, in other words, whatever you have decided to do, you have to actually find ways of doing it. Not to expect others to help you out and think that your success and your happiness and result will come because somebody else will do something. No, no, it's up to you. And then it says here, do it with your might. Put complete effort. Give it 100%. Don't be mediocre about it. Find out what you want to do. Clearly, what your dream is. Establish it by seeing whether that is really worth fighting and working for. And then give it all you've got. Never giving up until you reach the goal. Thomas Edison tried 10,000 times and failed. And people saying, aren't you going to give up? You failed. He said, no, 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 I did not fail. I learned for the 10,000th time how not to do it. Next time I will succeed. And that's exactly what people say, you know, that a lot of people who give up, they give up one step before victory. They give up. Look what it says in the scriptures here. Not only that we should do it 100% with all of our might, with all of our strength, with all the skills that we have, and if we need to, we should actually acquire new skills. If you need to get education, if you need to learn about that gift, for example, you want to sing, go take lessons for singing, or you want to play an instrument, or you want to write a book, go take a course in writing, or you want to create a business or whatever, or you want to become a doctor, go and study. Oh, you will say, it might take so long time. Sure, it takes a long time. It might take even 10 years to become a doctor. But if you didn't go to study, how long will it take? How old will you be 10 years from now? And will you be a doctor or something else? You see what I'm saying? That time is going to pass anyway. So your dreams are worth fighting for. Do not die with the gift that God has given you. Do not bury your dreams. Pursue them. Give your all that you have. Reach the goals. And with your all might. Why? For there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol. Sheol is grave here, to which you are going. We are all going to the grave. We will not be able to produce a product in the grave. We could do it here on earth. We are not able to publish a book on whatever issue presses upon our hearts, that we want to make a difference in other people's lives. we have to do it here on earth. We cannot produce a CD or a company or a structure or a ministry when we are dead. That's the end. We can't think of it at that time. We can't plan it. We can't put the effort at that. This is the time. So may I encourage you, if you have dreams, dream. Evaluate your dreams. See whether it is worth fighting for them. And if it is, if it really is, it's not a selfish thing in your heart, but something that you want to make a difference in other people's lives, then give it all you've got. And try from all kinds of angles until you reach that dream. A trip of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. You've got to make the first step. You've got to put your feet into the water to make them wet. It's like the Israelites when they were going to cross the river Jordan. I know Joshua was saying to them, you take the Ark of the Covenant and now cross the river Jordan. God will part the river. And the Levites and the priests were probably saying, what does he think? Another Moses? What if we go into the water and the Ark of the Covenant is destroyed, or we drown? What are our children going to do? No, they could have complained. You might complain when you do something that you want to achieve in your life, because not everything is easy. God didn't call us to an easy life, to an enjoyable life, but not always necessarily easy, but to put our best effort. And then when they came to the water, when they stepped into the water, that is the moment when the water parted. That is the moment that your dream will start being fulfilled. When you make the first step, you've planned it, you know exactly under the direction of God's word what you are supposed to do, and you do it one step at a time, one action at a time, and you will get there. Remember, a trip of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So take it today.